I'm Taryn Lupo from TarynLupo.com, and hang tight because I'm going to take you to Dublin, New Hampshire for the gas engine meet. I have never been to a festival like this before, so I really had no idea what to expect. I was looking for a parking spot, and I just followed this guy. He was tough to follow because he was moving so fast, so I just had to follow the tracks he left. I then came across this engine, and I really liked it because it sounds just like I do when I jog. Of course, these mechanical marvels were put to use doing really important things. What was cool is everywhere you went, some sort of old engine drove past you. You can also get a good idea of just how big this festival is. I'm going to show you a little more in a bit. What I didn't realize is the gas engine meet has been going on for longer than I've been alive. It explains the size of this event. Apparently it started in 1972. The event goes on all weekend long, so there are people camping at the site, but most of these tents you see are actually vendors and other people demonstrating their wares. Although tractors were quite popular, and there were lots of different kinds, there's also some really interesting old devices and engines that I'll show you a little later. I don't know much about old school tractors like this, but it sure is neat watching them work. I love the big tires too. Wonder why they don't make them like that anymore. They had all kinds of really interesting engines. This was a neat water pump. But just as interesting as the exhibitors was the flea market that was attached to this event. There was some stuff for sale I had never seen anywhere else. There were rows and rows and rows of stuff for sale, and of course, these people were selling parts for engines. Pretty smart. There was also some associations there trying to get members. The flea market went on and on and on with stuff for sale, but my favorite was this. All these cool fans. They're retro, but the guy makes them. I think they actually run on fuel. So you take a look, this one's attached to a propane bottle. I don't know how they do that, but I guess it's a gas-powered or air-powered fan? I don't know, but they're beautiful works of art. I really kick myself for not buying one. They're so cool. This cool contraption was made with scrap parts that he picked up at flea markets and other festivals. Of course, there were lots of engines for sale if you were a hobbyist and wanted to fix one up yourself. And check out some of these old antique railroad lamps. I like this booth a lot. And the engines came in all sizes, even real small ones for sale. I eventually made my way to some of the demonstrations. This one here was how an old sawmill used to work. The guy operating the saw looks like he might have done this a few times before. The next demonstration I saw was an old engine that was doing apple grinding. Take a look at this thing.
Pretty darn good for chainsaw work.
In this demonstration, a man is showing you how to use an old school lathe as he carves a wooden bat. These fellas are actually using a bone grinder, but they're demonstrating it with something tough. They decided to show me what it can do with a turnip. And it's just kind of dumping on the ground.
You want to see down inside it? Sure. There's cutters in the bottom.
And of course, there was an old ice cream churn. I then went wandering throughout the festival and stumbled across a lot more unique and creative engines. This large contraption was actually hauled on a giant flatbed. It had a whole lot of running parts, but I really have no idea what they did. After a while, you kind of got used to people just driving by on an old school tractor. You'd see these families pass by, and it was really fun to watch. Of course, a festival like this is going to attract the hot rods of tractors. For a newbie like me, I was really surprised just how many different kinds of old tractors there were. There's so many different varieties. Some of them reminded me a lot more of World War II tanks than tractors. I have no idea what this is, but hopefully some of you tractor experts out there and small motor guys can give me a clue what this thing does. Just leave a comment below in the comment section if you know what this is. One of my favorite vehicles was this guy. It's actually used to plow sidewalks. In 1936. Look how thin it is. It's so cool. I would love to just be able to jump in this cockpit and have a good time. Look how fun this looks. And of course, there was a competition. Here, take a look and you decide which is best in show. If you're in the southern New Hampshire area in September, I definitely suggest that you go to this. It was a lot of fun. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a like and a share and comment too. Also, don't forget to subscribe. One last thing is make sure you visit terranlupo.com. Just hit the little tab here up on the right or see the description below. You can only see this video, how to grow and sell carnivorous plants, over at terranlupo.com. The other unpublished video I have is how to make your own mead if you're interested in honey wine. Both those stories are free, just go sign up at terranlupo.com.